So some of my friends have been getting into streaming and some of them have been getting back into streaming for not streaming for a long time. And I've gotten a lot of questions about how I have my OBS set up, how I have certain scenes set up, some certain things that I have on my stream that are a little bit more maybe unique or things that I've set up. So I thought I haven't done one of these in a while and I would do a full walkthrough or as full as I could of my OBS, both for my Twitch and then also my multi-streaming setup. I haven't been multi-streaming lately, but I am planning to get back into it, especially with the new Atom multi-stream plugin that's come out that's really improved the whole multi-streaming so you don't just have to use the multiple RTMP. And yeah, so we're going to go through that. There's most of them are going to be pretty similar between the just Twitch stream and the multi-stream stuff, but I will show a few of the differences. And without further ado, let's just hop right into it. All right, so here we are. And right now I'm currently on the Twitch profile. So that's my Twitch SE profile. I have quite a few profiles set up. I have my Twitch SE, I have my dual one, and then I have one for when I do my videos. And then I have some other ones that I've kind of set up. And then I'm on my glitchy profile. Now the glitchy profile, the reason it's called that is I'm mainly using a pack from own.tv called Glitchy. I am also using elements from Nerd or Die and some few custom elements as well that I've brought in, but a lot of the main theming is this Glitchy one. So pretty straightforward. We'll kind of go through the whole screen. The multiple output isn't used at all on this, but because of the way that docks work between profiles, it doesn't go away. So that's there. I have my stats up top, and I like having the stats up top, makes them nice and large. I can kind of see everything that I need to. It's, up top, I kind of have all my more informational stuff about the stream itself up top. So I can see if I'm dropping any frames or anything like that. Pretty easy to do up there, nice to have. I have my Twitch stats up top as well. And this is just nice to see how many people are in there. There's any clips, current viewers, my subscriber points, stuff like that. And then in the main center here, I have my quick actions. So I have done a video on custom browser docs where you can bring in elements of the Twitch dashboard into OBS so you don't have to have the Twitch dashboard open separately on a browser. I will leave links to that up top and down in the description, but that's why I have the quick actions in here. This allows me to do a lot of stuff really, really quickly from in OBS if I need to. You can raid directly from OBS using this. You can, create markers and do all that kind of stuff together. Very, very nice to have, and you can add a whole bunch of extra stuff too. I also have my stream information in here, so I often end up changing games when playing with my friends. We'll play one game for, the first half of the stream and then another game for the other half or stuff like that. So this allows really easy, quick changes of the category without having to type it into my chat. And then we have my main screen here. So I used to use the preview and main a lot of the time, but I stopped using that just because it's resource heavy and I don't really preset up a lot of stuff anymore, and I've put a lot of effort into stingers and transitions and stuff like that. So this is the main screen, and I have everything kind of sized around it so that it's at its maximum size without getting any smaller. So that's kind of how I have all the sizing around it. Then I have my chat. On the bottom here, I have the rewards and predictions set up here. So that's pretty simple and easy to set up if you want. I have my activity feed. I have my mixer all right here. My scenes are really small. The names are really short, so I keep the scenes relatively tight. And oftentimes I don't actually click my scenes here. I'm using my stream deck for that. And then I have all my sources. And then my stream health. This one's just really helpful. If I do notice a dip in stream health or something, I can kind of try to figure out why it's happening. It's also just nice to have. And then I have my controls here while also being able to change my transition stinger through here. Now, I did have someone ask how you can mute a stinger, and there's a couple ways you can do this. You can either mute it for just the stream, but you would still hear it. You can either mute it for yourself, but the stream will still hear it. Or you can just take the file, go to a website that strips audio out of videos, or use your own video editor, strip the audio out and then put it back in. But for the ones that you can do directly within OBS, you just go to the properties and you change the audio monitoring. So if you have monitor off, that means that the stream will hear it, but you won't. If you have monitor only, the stream won't hear it, but you will. And then monitor and output is both parties can hear it. So just keep that in mind. And with that, we can quickly go into my settings. And my settings aren't anything special. I have Twitch logged in. I have my multi-track video. I don't even have that set up because I'm not doing anything. I have my output set to 6,000 kilobits per second, CBR, keyframe interval of 2, preset P5, tuning high quality, multipass, 2-pass, profile high, GPU 0, max B frames 2. All of this is going through NVENC on my, I think I got like a GTX 1650 Super in there, so nothing spectacular, but it's doing the job. And it is rescaling the output to 720p. If I was able to be a partner or something and I knew that I had transcoding all the time, I would do 1080p because my internet can easily handle it, the computer can easily handle it. But because of just the way that being an affiliate works, you don't get transcoding all the time, and I have some people that watch me in countries where their internet isn't that great, and having it maxed out at 720p is good. That's also why I really like the idea of multi-streaming, because on YouTube the quality can be significantly higher. So if they want to watch the high quality one, they can watch it on YouTube. And if they want to focus on the chat, they can watch it on Twitch. They can also use services to kind of combine the chats of both and watch it all at once on one screen. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we can talk about with that. But, you know, I'm just giving people options and trying to make it as accessible as possible. And that's really it. The audio, I haven't changed any of the settings here. And the reason for that is for my audio, I have everything disabled. I also have a video on this where basically you get a lot more control over your audio if you disable all the standard audio and then you have audio set up as sources in your scenes. This makes it a lot easier because you can control your audio per scene. So say on my main screen that we're on right now, I want my microphone to be maxed out and I want my music to be a little bit lower so that you can hear me. But on something like my starting soon screen, I want the audio for the music to be all the way up and I don't want any other audio. So I can set that up and have that there so that I can kind of just really granularly control the audio per scene. Makes things a lot smarter. Again, I have a video on that. I'll leave it up top and in the description so you can find that. While we're on the screen, I will show part of what I've done. So I do have a timer, and this timer is multiple layers, just different colors. So you can see that I have the 3 different colors, and it just adds to that glitchy effect that I have with the theme here. I have all my socials on there, and then I have my logo and stuff. I also have this song that gets played underneath it. And if I go ahead and open up my music service, give me one quick second. All right, so we've got the music going on here, and as you can see, I have multiple elements that react with the music. So I have visualizers on the side, and then I have a scale plugin changing the size of stuff to kind of make it pump with the music. Again, I have a video on this one as well. I'll leave it up top and in the description as well. But I really do like this. It kind of adds a little bit more to my starting screen. It's the same thing on my ending screen. It does the same kind of thing. And then I also have that active on my just chatting where this logo will do the same kind of element. So I really like it. It's a fun little thing to play around with. And the song at the bottom is showing what is currently playing from Pretzel Rocks because I have it so that when Pretzel Rocks plays, it exports what it's playing to a text file. And then I can go ahead and grab the now playing from that text file and it reads it and displays it on stream. So that's pretty easy as well. If there's anything that I'm going to show that you want more detail in, you're welcome to join the Discord and I'm happy to help you out with it. If there's anything that I kind of skip over that I don't talk about, leave a comment down below and I will try to provide you as much information as I can. But yeah, so most of my scenes are pretty simple. I mainly only use these top 5. The other ones are just very situational and they don't often get used. But so we have my main, which is what I would, if I had a game going, I would have it here. I currently do not have my other computer on, so there's no signal. But this is what it looks like. I have a very simple webcam frame that's animated, and then I have the social flipper right there that will flip through all of my socials really slowly over time. And again, just really simple and straightforward. And then I have my just chatting, which is what we were just on. It shows my chat here. It shows my sub goal, you know, very straightforward on that one. And then I have the starting soon, which just has the timer, my socials, and then all those elements we just showed. The ending, and then the be right back is the exact same as the starting and ending, just with different words on it. So really straightforward here. And I've set this up the way I really like it. It works out really well for me. And if we switch over to my dual, which is what I use when I have both of them up, I haven't updated all of this stuff yet. So as you can see here, I haven't updated my socials to what I've changed them to. But if we go ahead and change the profile to the dual, this is where we'll see a lot of the big changes here. So we use the multiple output when I stream dual. And again, I am going to switch this for the new ATEM when I have a chance. I haven't had a chance to do that yet. But on the dual, I stream directly to YouTube through OBS's main settings. So the main settings here, if we open that up, I don't know why it takes so long, is going directly towards YouTube. And then the multiple output is going towards Twitch. You want to have the higher quality one being the main setting if you are going to use the multiple RTMP output plugin. You want to have your higher one as the main, and then use the multiple output to do any of the additional ones. The ATEM plugin is really, really handy. I haven't gotten a hand on it yet, but it even works with their vertical plugins, so you can directly stream to things like TikTok and stuff like that and completely vertical, so that's pretty cool. Once I do get that set up, I can do a video if you guys are interested. Leave comments down below if you are interested in me doing a video on that, or else I'll just kind of set it up on my own. But one of the biggest differences here is that obviously I'm going to have multiple chats going. And there are quite a few options for this. You can use something like StreamerBot, or you can use Caster Labs. So that's what I'm using here. And what Caster Labs does is it combines my chats together into a singular chat so that I don't have to have multiple chat screens open trying to figure out, you know, who's talking where. Everything's in one area, and then it'll also show an icon beside their name depending on where they're chatting in. So if I go ahead and chat in my Twitch, it should be purple. So all of my Twitch chats are purple, and then all of my YouTube ones are red. And if I wanted to set up TikTok, I could make it green, and you can set that all up within the settings. Caster Labs is pretty great, and it's been handy. I was planning on setting up StreamerBot, but I didn't end up doing that. They're both really good options. Other than that, I also have the Caster feed, which again combines all of the feeds for all of the services that you have set up, and the Caster viewers does the same thing there. Other than that, most of this is the same. I have a lot less going on down here. Everything's kind of larger, but this is also from me moving it between displays. The sizing of things kind of get messed up, but this is it for the most part. There's nothing particularly crazy here. If we go back towards some of my sources, I'm going to go back towards the other collection just because I have that all updated, and switch this over to Twitch SE. So some other things I have set up that I use my Stream Deck for is on the main, I have a way to move my camera around from different areas. So, you know, you're in multiple games, and depending on the game, the HUD may be covered up in a certain area where it wasn't covered up in another one, and you might want to move your camera around. So I have something set up where I can easily move my camera from all of the corners if I want to. I have a video set up about this, and it's really nice because it looks really fluid and smooth. It doesn't look like I'm cutting between scenes or anything like that. I enjoyed it. It's a really easy setup. I have the video to show you how to do that, again, up top in the description. This is something that I do use quite often, again, really depending on the game. So that one's pretty awesome, and I use it quite a bit. Let's move my camera back down to where what it normally was. Another thing that I do have set up is on some of my sources, I have set up I think on this one, on some of them I have show transitions and hide transitions. So on that one I don't. On this one I think I do. No. I have it on something where I have show transitions and, oh, here we go. So on the GoPro, I have show transitions and high transitions set up. So what that does is when you go ahead and show it, it will, if it was working, I don't currently have this one plugged in, but it would go ahead and slide in and then slide out from my webcam area. It makes it really nice. Let's see if I have another thing I can set up for now. If I just grab the Droid Cam, it should just be blue. So if I hide it, it goes out. If I make it visible, it slides back in. So that kind of stuff can be really helpful if you do use some sources sometimes in a scene, and you don't want it to just be pop on, pop off. You do have a lot of options with those transitions. You can set up a stinger. You can do fade to colors, fades, motions, all kinds of things. That is really, really good. And I do use that often for things where I do have stuff that I will put on the screen every once in a while. Like, for example, when I'm 3D printing something, I will put the Octoprint camera and I'll have that fade in and fade off. I don't know why I don't have it set up on this one properly, but normally I would have show and hide transitions on anything that I would show and hide normally in a stream. Now, as I mentioned, I will be setting up the ATEM multi-stream on my OBS sometime soon. If you do want me to do that as a video where I'm setting that up and figuring out everything, or I do it afterwards where I show how I have it set up, please leave some comments down below. It's really helpful for me to know what kind of videos you guys want to see versus the ones that you don't. Also, if you want to see a video where I show how I have my Stream Deck set up and some ways that you can really creatively use your Stream Deck, also, please let me know about that down in the comment section below. I do have a friend that has been asking about it, and I just haven't had the time to put together a video yet. If more people do ask for it, there will be a lot more pressure for me to go ahead and go forward with that. So please do let me know. With all that said, though, I really do hope this video helped you out. And if not, at least hope you found it interesting. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, go ahead and leave those down in the comment section below. If you want some more detailed answers, go ahead and join the Discord. I'm always happy to chat about streaming and the way that I have things set up if you're curious. So please go ahead and try that out and join the Discord if you want. Big thanks to my Patreon sponsors, and thank you for watching to the end of this video. If you do want to see any other videos where I talk about streaming and streaming setup and all that kind of stuff, you can check out the playlist right up here. And as always, stay safe out there. I'll see you next time.